he's the lawyer and the practical person that knows how to get things done. And I look for perfection in everything. And I haven't found it yet. I like the saying by Elon Musk that all designs suck. Some just suck worse than others. And that's that man after my own heart right there. Well, same with government. I mean, no government is going to be perfect, and that's why it was intended to be limited. And we probably all read fairly recently the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence. Just read it for what it says. And you can get a pretty good idea of what was intended. And what was intended is the states were created first, and they created the federal government, right? So really the only place that I see as viable to work is at the state level. And you've got a senator here, legislators, governors, school boards, work at the state level. And you may or may not share this view, but my view is the federal government cannot be saved by the vote of the people. I don't believe it can be saved. No matter who votes, how much they vote, it's too far gone. So the states have to be entities that rein that back in. They're the only ones that have the constitutional power to do that. And we, the people in this room, can help change this state. We probably can't help change the federal government. We also thought about working at the county levels, and we did a little bit of work at the county levels first to kind of try out some things. So we started with a Tea Party in Washington County. And we said, okay, this is great, but there's too many cats, and we're talking about foreign wars in Afghanistan, and we're talking about the dog catcher charges too much per dog. Now somewhere in between there, we got to find somewhere to work. You can't be all this stuff. So we decided to focus on the state, most important thing to focus on, and it's doable. Brenda and I actually thought it would be doable. I'm not sure yet, but jury's still out on that one. But it has been interesting to learn what we've learned. And with people like you in this room, we can fix the state. It's a little bit bigger job than we'd hoped, but it's a job worth doing. Now, Conduit also believes that every household is a small business. And small businesses know what the problems are. The mom and pop's place, I'm not talking about the McDonald's chains, I'm talking about people that start a business and it's a small business. They know what the problems are, they don't have time to fix it. They don't have time to educate themselves, to stand on affecting change in government. So they know what needs to be changed, just like you do from your running your own households. So how do you get that energy together and row in the same direction? Well, that's the conduit. We want to be that conduit. So everybody get the connection now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you should change the name.
Yeah. Conduit's toxic. Okay. But anyway, the state is where we like to work, and we like to work with the legislature. The legislature creates law, or changes law, or hopefully repeals law. The executive branch is to execute the laws that the legislature has enacted, right?
Right.
Simple concept, everybody can get it, right? Well, what's happening? Executive order after executive order in DC. Well, we don't have something that's that much different here. We've seen BB, we've seen Asa, and now we're seeing Sarah. The good news is we're seeing the legislature step up into their role. This last session, the scorecard goes into that a little bit, but the legislature is starting to say, hey, we're the ones that make the rules. You don't tell us what laws and bills we need. We tell you, and you execute them. That's the deal.
Right.
So we're starting to understand that now. So I think we need to keep going that way. The scorecard, let's talk about that for just a second.